pretty much knows KD probably isn't winning any titles, not without Steph, which is why no one wants to mortgage the farm for him. Bold statement there, Shannon. What do you think? How much truth is there to that statement?
Did you say that was a GM? Did you say that was a GM or something? An NBA exec? He said, Kevin Durant. Everybody knows that Kevin Durant is probably not as likely to win a title without one Wardell, Steph, and Curry, who hosted ESPY last night. There's a lot of truth. It's hard to argue, Skip. It's hard to argue. I mean, 12 seasons in the league without Steph Curry. One finals appearance. It's not been 10 years. 3 conference finals appearances, 2 of them in the loss. Now, Kevin Durant, Brooklyn was Kevin's opportunity to say, I can do things without Stephen Curry, without Klay Thompson, without Draymond Green. That was his opportunity. That's what he was going to do, because one title in Brooklyn was going to mean more than 2 in Golden State. And what happened? 1 playoff series wins in 3 years in Brooklyn with a Kyrie Irving and a James Harden. Now, Skip Bayless would have you to believe, tall down, the man wears a size 17. He had to got a pedicure that day. They would go to the NBA Finals.
That's true.
Okay, well, tell me what happened last year. He had an opportunity. He got his toenails done, and he wore the right size shoe, 16 and a half instead of a 17. And then what happened? Got swept. Stephen Curry, on the other hand, ain't looked back. So, I mean, what am I supposed to do with this, Skip? I mean, what am I supposed to, I don't think. There's a reason why when Kevin Durant requested a trade, name the teams that he put on the top of the list. Teams is already there. One team was in the Western Conference Finals. One team was in the Eastern Conference Finals. The other team 2 years ago was in the NBA Finals. The other team 3 years ago. Kevin Durant don't want to that grind. See, there's a grind when you put a team together and you have to grow. Kevin Durant wanted the Arizona team. See, it's already made for you. You already got the flavors. Whatever flavor you want, it's already the can. You just pour it in the thing. Kevin Durant don't want to mix the tea. He don't want the tea bags. He don't want to warm it up. He don't want to put the sugar in it. He don't want to do none of that. He wanted it already made. Skip, damn. At some point in time, don't you just I get it. You can sit at home, Skip, get on your computer and get stuff from Amazon and get Fashion Nova. But don't sometimes you just want to go to the mall and just feel like, ooh, look at this, baby, you like this bathing suit? I think I look good at the Maldives with this. Don't you just want to do that? Kevin Durant don't want to do that. He want to sit at home and shop, make it easy. But they ain't making it easy for him. Ooh, that hurt. Did it hurt? Somebody else been saying, that guy must be on the internet too. Because he just said what I've been saying for the longest time.
So whoever this anonymous whoever he is, he's probably on the hot seat wherever.
Now he on the hot seat.
And he should be fired for this quote alone. He should be fired.
Is Kevin Durant not on the hot seat?
Lucky his name was not attached, or he would be fired.
Is Kevin Durant on the hot seat?
No, he's not.
Why he not?
All Kevin Durant did a year ago
was what?
Was put a team on his back, and even you came out here, and the quote, unquote, from Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe was, it's 1-on-5. It's Kevin bleeping Durant against 5 Milwaukee Bucks led by Giannis and Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. It was 1-on-5. That was your quote. That's what you acknowledged. And he scored 49 in a Game 5 masterpiece, and he scored 48 in a Game 7 home masterpiece that ended with a pedicured toenail on the line. Just a toenail on the line, or we're having a completely different conversation. He made one of the great playoff clutch shots of all time, and unfortunately, it counted only 2 instead of 3. If it had counted 3, we'd be having a whole different conversation right now, because they would have gone on to beat Phoenix for the championship 2 years. Yes, they would have. It's Kevin bleeping Durant. And I hold in my hand a quote that you not only acknowledged, but you embraced a few days back from the great Jerry West. And you said, when Jerry West speaks, I listen.
Yes.
Did you not say that?
I said that.
And he said, I happen to know Kevin very well from when we were in Golden State together. He's one of the nicest people that you ever want to be around. Serious basketball player, does not neglect his craft. People misread him, who he is as a person. This is one of the greatest players we've ever seen. As far as his value on the open market, Jerry West concluded, you cannot give enough to get a guy like him.
Clearly,
that's what he said, cannot give enough.
Clearly, there are teams that believe that you can give too much for a guy that has not won anything outside of Wardell, Steph, and Curry.
Which brings us back to Steph Curry.
You see it last night, making jokes too.
He made a couple of jokes, but he left all the good jokes, the roast jokes. He let Kevin Hart do it for him, and then he let Peyton do it for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that little skit that they did, but they were doing. He was having a conversation via phone and Zoom with those two, and they were making all the good jokes.
Yes.
Okay, the funny jokes.
Yeah.
Because,
because
Steph said, "I want to stay above the fray. I don't want to get involved. In this. I don't want to take shots." He took a little shot at LeBron open, but that was just a little one.
Right.
Okay. What I don't understand is that Steph is so beloved that people give him passes, and they so neglect to see what he hasn't done in the postseason that if this GM had actually watched the tape of all these games that he's come up even shorter than he is in, that GM wouldn't say this because, again, obviously it took Kevin going to Golden State to save Steph because
saved himself too, though.
No, he didn't save himself.
He put his own oxygen mask on. He put his mask on first because he did it.
All right, but he'd had 2 finals before that in 2015. I dare anybody, go back and look. I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. Look at games 1, 2, and 3 of Steph's first ever finals against LeBron James, who was minus Kevin Love, and all of a sudden, overtime of game 1, he was minus Kyrie. And what did Steph do in games 1, 2, and 3? 2 of those at home. He put Golden State in a huge hole because he could not make three-point shots. He shot 32% from 3 in those first 3, 11 of 34. He shot 39%. And
then what did he do over the next 3?
Okay, well, the point was he had 16 turnovers in the first 3 games. That's yikes. That's more than 5 a game.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, they're down 2-1 with game 4 in the King's Palace in Cleveland, Ohio. And what happened? Steve Kerr put Iggy in the lineup, and Iggy became the MVP. It wasn't Steph who got them home in that series. It was Andre Iguodala.
What? You know what? Okay,
MVP.
Iggy won the MVP. I believe Steph should have won the MVP because, like you said, although he wasn't at his best, considering he was the MVP of the regular season in the first 3 games, you look at the next 3 games, he was sensational. Now, we keep saying what Steph was doing. What did Kevin Durant did in the finals? Kevin Durant can't even get back to the finals.
Okay, but all I know is then it came time for Steph to get them home with a 3-1 lead in 2016. The very next year, 3-1 up with 2 of the 3 at home. And in the fourth quarter of those 3 games, he makes 3 total threes. He was 3 of 12 from 3 in those fourth quarters. I'm not making it up. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah,
I'm spitting facts.
You spitting facts.
He was 6 of 20 from the floor in those 3 fourth quarters. It's just horrendously bad for a 2-time MVP who was also a unanimous MVP.
You know what, Skip? You spit them facts. Because let me spit some facts back at you. In the series before that, which was the Western Conference Finals,
I don't care
the guy, you don't know, Skip, you got to care. You can't say you don't care that
this
Steph.
was about Steph.
Okay, no, this is like,
saying you can't win a championship without Steph.
But who is he talking about? He's talking about Kevin Durant. So let's talk about Kevin Durant under some similar situations. A 3-1 lead with a chance to get it home and go face LeBron in the 2015 finals.
Stuck with Russell Westbrook. Who did you see last year? You saw him exposed. Westbrook got exposed. It's the same guy who was playing with Kevin. It's why Kevin left. He said, I can't win a championship with that guy as my primary decision maker. And you saw it last year. But right before your very eyes, night after night, you can't win with Russell Westbrook.
But I'm just saying, well, how was he able to get a lead with a 3-1 lead with Russ if you can't win with him?
He's Kevin Bleepin Durant.
Yeah, exactly.
Best player on the planet.
And without Steph Curry, how he looking? Without Steph and Wardell, Steph and Curry, how is he looking?
Okay, so here's what happened in 2016 to Steph. In the fourth quarter of Game 7 at home, he shot 1 of 6 from the floor and 1 of 5 from 3, and he didn't score a point in the last 6:57 of a game that was teeter-tottering back and forth between the 2 teams. And then I'll remind you also that in 2019, he missed a walk-off shot that was a good look to extend it to 7
Skip.
games in Toronto. He missed it. He didn't have a good series. And then we get to this last one, and everybody says, he finally broke
31, 6, and
finally
5.
got his MVP.
31, 6, and 5.
I dare anybody to put the tape back in of game 1 of this past finals, 2022 finals against the Boston Celtics. I dare you to go look at what happened in game 1 because Steph is up